my excellent friends. It is Sunday, September 3rd, 2023, here in beautiful, sunny, but also extremely hot and humid Tokyo, Japan. You got the Hobby Drifter here once again, and I've got the Transformer Fan Book 2023. This is what's called a MOOC, which is a magazine book. They're essentially magazine-type publications that, rather than being on bookstore shelves for a week or a month or what have you, they're just basically there until they sell. There have been several of these released before, but a friend of mine sent me a message asking me to see if I could pick one up for him. Went to the bookstore and they had a bunch of copies, so I grabbed one for him and one for me. This is a very kid-focused book. It's made for, or it's recommended for kids 5 and up, and the reason that it is of interest possibly to some adult collectors is because the figure shown on the front here, the Optimus Prime red clear version, is included in the book. I believe this is a repaint of the more recent Core class Optimus. Previous fan books have included repaints of the older Easy collection figure, but I don't think I've seen a Core class Optimus before, and I know I don't have one in my collection yet, so I figured I'd grab this. It retails for 1,650 yen, which is about 12 US, and it is very Rise of the Beasts / Beast Awakening friendly. So let's take a look at this. By the way, at about 1650, that means that this book actually costs, I believe, right about the same or even a little bit less than your typical Core class Transformer does. So you're essentially paying for the figure and then getting the book itself for free. But I do enjoy stuff like this, so it's very much your traditional Japanese kids book. Then when you get your sensory overload, you got something covering part of the title. There's the figure that's included right in the front here. There's the Bayverse Megatron, a whole bunch of Rise of the Beast stuff, and then some of the things that are included inside. Games, manga, comic, etc. On the back, it's mostly advertisement for the toy line. You can see how much these things cost. The small change series are 1,100 yen each, whereas the bigger deluxe things, I guess, or not I forget what these are called in English, but 1,650, and then the bigger ones like the Smash Changer guys, 4,400 yen, which if you convert it into USD, not so bad, but still not exactly cheap. And this is a sub-publication of TV Magazine, which famously did a lot of the Transformer stuff back in the 80s and early 90s. So, like I say, the book is for young kids, and it is pretty much a shameless advertisement of the Transformers brand and the Rise of the Beasts figures in general. You got this cool manga here. Love the chibi style with Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, along with Megatron and Beast Megatron. Kind of explains the reasoning behind the clear fire deco on the toy. And there's some stuff here. We got okay, so here's the scoring rules. Here's some stuff about the toys, more stuff about the toys. A little game where you have to follow the maze to direct your shot from Optimus's blaster to Megatron, and if you do it, you get a point. Then you got to find the figures in here that aren't Mirage. There's there's a couple in here. We got RC's pretty easy to spot, and then there's also those little Rhinox over here. A John Bon Meidu game, which is a popular classic Japanese kid game. Match the alt mode to the robot mode. Here's some of the poses you can get out of your red clear Optimus Prime. Another maze game type thing. Get your beast characters across to the finish line. Another maze. Secret message. Another game. Then this is, you can use your figure here to play this game. You lay it flat and you roll it and try to get it to stop, you know, on the edge. You get 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. And the whole thing is, you know, like how many points can you get from start to finish? And inside there's the instructions for how to convert your thing from vehicle to robot. And you can time it, and some more stuff about the figures, and in the back the solutions to all of the games. So yeah, that's a fun little bit of you know, Japanese publishing. With the Japanese stuff and the American stuff, or Japanese stuff and Western stuff, Hasbro and Takara really kind of syncing up their things over the last few years. Anything that's exclusive to Japan, I think is kind of cool and worth having. It reminds me of a time when, you know, not everything was the same. And speaking of things that remind me of earlier days of collecting, you got the classic look for exclusives here, where it's just the single color box. If you've seen any especially clear exclusives from Takara Tomy over the last 15-20 years, they've come in boxes similar to this, and it just explains everything. You know, it includes the gun. It's a TV Magazine original deco, and it's a full 90 millimeters tall, big size. So I guess core class is 90 millimeters tall. One interesting thing, and just an aside, when you buy one of these in the store, the little box here is tucked inside the magazine, and there's a rubber band, just a little rubber band holding it in place. And I know I've heard stories from friends who have seen with the new open packaging, the Transformer figures, missing heads, even if they're not headmasters. So it does say something that, you know, these are not all just missing. These are actually sitting right by the door at the bookstore in the mall. So if any, you know, thieves were to want to steal a bunch of these things, it wouldn't be tough. But you know, kudos to people for not just being, you know, thieving bastards and stealing kids' toys. So little box, very simple. Let's open this guy up. It was taped originally. Little tray just holding it in place. Baggy. I don't really think the baggy is necessary. You could have gone plastic free on this. So we get it open. And if this is in fact cheaper than your regular version, it's probably because there's very few paint apps. You know, the grill is not painted, which is kind of sad. It does come with the gun though, which is nice. They didn't really cheap out on that. Nice little gun. And so Optimus transforms pretty much the way, honestly, pretty much the way an Optimus Prime toy should transform. One of the things I've always loved about the original G1 Optimus Prime is just the transformation is intuitive, and it feels good. This has a couple of more steps. It's got the little flap on here with which the Easy Collection one did not have. And pop up the head. Yeah, they did go and paint the eyes though, so that's nice. That's a cute little figure. I would not mind having the regular colored version of this. It's about the same size as the hybrid series one, just with about 50 fewer steps in the transformation. Gets pretty close to approximating the G1 look. It's a little bit smaller than is shown in the picture, but you know, for this price, you know, 1,650 yen, you get a cute little book for the kids. You get your little Optimus Prime figure here with gun. Can't really complain about that. You know, for that price, this is fun. I'm not going to be playing the games or anything, but I mean, the book will go in my supplementary Transformer book shelf, and the figure will probably go in a tub somewhere. I will enjoy photographing it though. So that's it. That's the Transformer Fan Book 2023. If you do pick one up, let me know what you think in the comments. You know, you want to race for the high score, you know, see if you can get a challenge going or not. Did you pick this one up? Did you pick up any of the previous ones? I've got a few of the previous ones. I don't think I've got all of them. I think I've either skipped a few or just, you know, gifted a few to people who might have wanted them more than me. But yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Take care. Be nice to everybody. And happy hopping.